Welcome to another edition of Inside the Vinyl. I'm your host, Tim Bianconi. If you would go ahead and like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel below, that would be greatly appreciated. If you could also hit that notification bell so you can be notified when we put out new content, that would be appreciated also. So today is October the 6th, and today is the release date for the brand new box set, Van Halen, the Collection 2. So there you see it right there. All right. So everybody knows the story of Van Halen. Started in the 70s, first album out in 78, original singer David Lee Roth. He leaves in 1985. Sammy Hagar comes in for a series of records. Then he leaves. Then Roth comes back in. Then he leaves. Then Gary Sharon. Then Sammy Hagar. Then back to Dave, and so on and so forth. So this box set here is focused on the Sammy Hagar years. That encompasses 4 albums, 4 studio albums. That are included here, as well as an album of B-sides, outtakes, whatever, unreleased materials. So the front of this says Van Halen studio albums and rarities. 5 LPs remastered from the original tapes by Bernie Grundman. It includes 5150, OU812 For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge, Balance, and then the studio rarities. So let's go ahead and take a look at this bad boy. So there's the front cover with the Van Halen logo. And then of course the back with the album covers. So that's pretty cool. So I'm going to go ahead and rip the cellophane off this. Once again, Amazon did not do a good job packaging this. They just threw it in a box to where it could be jostled around and stuff. Had a lot of problems with that lately, but luckily there doesn't seem to be any damage to my box set. So that makes me happy. Alright, so let me get this off of here. I want to save that hype sticker. So again, this is the Collection 2. There is the original collection that has all of the David Lee Roth albums and stuff in it, and that came out, I want to say, like 8 years ago. So this is, I guess, technically the second step in getting all of the Sammy Hagar era stuff remastered, because they did have the Record Store Day version of the live album, Live Right Here Right Now, that came out a few months ago. But this is the first attempt, to my knowledge, to remaster and reissue all of the Sammy Hagar era studio records. So again, here we go. Van Halen, the Collection 2. Let's see, yeah, full spine, 1986 to 1996. Again, the back with all the album covers. And I don't know if there's any kind of book or anything in here. I think it's just the albums. So let's go ahead and bust all these out. All right. So first up would be 1986? Yeah, 1986's 5150. Considered to be, by most, to be the best of the Sammy Hagar era albums. That's kind of up for debate. I mean, it's a little poppy for my taste, but it's a good album. But anyway, front cover, back cover. I don't think there's anything special about the vinyl on these, so you know we'll go through these pretty quick. So inside sleeve, again, with the Van Halen logo. On the back, we have a lyric sheet. And then these are on really nice 180 gram vinyl. This is distributed by Warner Records. I thought it might be a BMG kind of thing, kind of like some of the other reissues for Rat and Skid Row, Motley Crue, etc. No, this is just Warner. I don't see I don't see a Rhino logo or anything else. This is just Warner Records. So anyway, so there's 5150. Next we have 1988's OU812, another great record. This includes the hits When It's Love, Finish What You Started, Black and Blue, so on. So there's the front cover of OU812. There's the back cover. Alright, and then we'll slide this bad boy out. Now I'm pretty sure the record looks mostly the same. We'll go ahead and pull it out just in case, but okay, well there is a different sticker on the inside, so that's cool. OU812, and then of course the other side. I don't know if the stickers in the middle here match the original issue. I do have an original issue in my collection of this album, so I don't know if those stickers match or what, but so again, there you go. Did we look at the inner sleeve? Okay, again, lyric sheet, and then whatever that is. So, cool. All right, moving right along. Okay, so, you know, those two aren't really hard to find in your used record stores. I've got original issues of both, and I see them quite a bit. They're not too expensive, but still, I'm glad to have the remastered reissues. The ones we're getting to now are the ones that are either have not been available, or if they are, they're extremely expensive. So the next one is For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge. That was released in 1991. This includes Pound Cake, Runaround, let's see, what Right Now, and of course Top of the World. Those are the big hits from this record. I have seen the original issue of this in stores, but when I've seen it, it's been really expensive, like, you know, upwards of $100 or more. So again, there's the front cover of For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge. Use the acronym if you choose. Back cover with the track listing. So I'm pretty excited to have this one, because this is one I've really wanted to have on vinyl, but I just didn't want to pay that much for it. I like it, I don't like it that much. Alright, so one side, just some pictures of the band. Other side, maybe some liner notes and another picture of the band. A lot of static. A lot of static in these. So this looks very reminiscent of 5150 as far as the sticker in the middle. Nothing too special there. You know, but still really, you know, I like splatter vinyl and colored vinyl and all that, but there still isn't a whole lot better than just some really pretty standard black vinyl. So again, there we go. For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge. And then we get to the last of the studio records featuring Sammy Hagar. And from my knowledge, I might be wrong about this, but I thought I read it somewhere, that this particular album has never been available on vinyl until now. And that would be 1995's Balance. This includes Can't Stop Loving You. Let's see, Seven Seal. Not Enough. Okay. I'll admit, you know, I had this album back in the day, and I think I still have it digitally, but I'm not as familiar with that as I am with the other three. I do remember being a pretty decent record, but, you know, yeah, I don't know. I guess it just didn't stick with me like the other ones did, so maybe it will now. So again, there's the front cover, and there's the back cover. And I've never seen this. Like I said, I think I read somewhere that this album has never been released on vinyl until this set. So we'll pull out the inner sleeve. There's pictures of the band, as well as some track listings and some different things in the back. All right. And we'll go ahead and pull the vinyl out since we did it for the other three. And again, much like 5150 and For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge, just a basic sticker inside 108 gram vinyl. So far, the only one that, you know, hasn't followed a pretty basic formula as far as, you know, the actual record itself would be OU812. So there you go, Van Halen Balance. All right, and then we get to the bonus disc. And this has rarities, B-sides, whatever. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, it includes the 3 new tracks that they recorded for that Best of Both Worlds compilation from like 2004. But again, here we go. It is Van Halen Rarities 1989 to 2004. This also includes that song Humans Being that they did for the Twister soundtrack, which was the last thing they did before Sammy Hagar left the first time in 1996 or whatever it was. But let's see. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with the other songs. I mean, I know Up for Breakfast and whatever from the compilation from 2004 that I mentioned earlier, but I'm not as familiar with the rest of these songs. So let's see here. Yeah, I don't know. All right, we'll go ahead and pull this out again. Now, nothing special about the inner sleeve here, but at least this record will hopefully be easier to pull out, and it is. And I see, you know, a different sticker in the middle here, and that one's pretty cool. So, you know, there's side A, there's side B. I like that sticker there. That's pretty nice. Yeah, so there you go. There is all 5 records from the Van Halen, the new Van Halen box set, focusing on the Sammy Hagar years. You know, so you know, I'm sure there will be plenty of, you know, people referring to this as the Van Hagar box. You know, whatever. So as far as the actual box itself is concerned, and I'm saying this from the perspective of somebody that just went through a house fire and lost a few box sets, I kind of wish this wasn't the slipcase like this. You know, I wish it was, you know, more of like an actual box with a cover and everything on it. Because, you know, when you have something like a fire, you know, when there's a ton of water that gets poured in, all the box sets I had that were slipcases, which were my Def Leppard, my Johnny Cash, and Skid Row and so on, all got decimated. Whereas my Rat box set, the new box set they just put out earlier this year, is a normal box with a cover and with a top and with a top and everything on it, and it went completely undamaged. Nothing inside, nothing top, nothing at all. Just some, you know, water that I had to wipe off, and it was good to go. So, God forbid I have another house fire, but if I do and this gets wet, I don't imagine there's a whole lot of protection for these records. But thus far, that's my only complaint. Like I was saying, you know, I'm very excited to have these remastered, reissued. We'll see how the sound is. Definitely going to download the digital version as well. So you can get this not only in vinyl, but you can also get the CD version. And there's also a digital version available on iTunes. I imagine it's also available on Spotify and everything else. So check it out, Van Halen, the Collection 2. If you're a fan of the Sammy Hagar era of Van Halen, you won't be disappointed. So now maybe we'll get some sort of remaster or reissue version of Van Halen 3 with Gary Cherone. Who knows? That's all I've got for you this time. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel below. Hit that notification bell so you can be notified when we put out new content. I've got the rest of my Unboxing the Vinyl series, or unboxing series, where we unbox new releases, box sets, reissues, new albums. Sometimes they're even CDs instead of records. It just depends on what's coming out. I've got my Inside the Vinyl series where we talk about live albums as well as lost classics. I've got some live coverage for some various concerts and festivals over the last several years. And last but not least, I do have some mediocre disc golf coverage starring some very mediocre players, myself included. So like, comment, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Peace out.